Diamond win, and she's had that little bit of time in between. The fillies have been overlooked today in the Golden Slipper, but my goodness, this girl is an absolute picture of health. She's glowing in the skin, she's got dapples all the way through her coat, and look at her demeanour. She's just perfect. She's got the right attitude. Everything about her suggests that this girl is a winner.
Yeah, I've been a Storm Boy man right from day one, so I've got absolutely no reason to change. He's a monster, this 2-year-old, and I just expect him to win. I think Switzerland can run second and Lady of Camelot to run home into third.
Here come the runners for the Tab Golden Slipper worth $5 million. The 2-year-olds are coming into the mounting yard, a packed mounting yard. All the connections wanting to get a close view of their horse and, of course, a final word to their jockey before they mount up. This mounting yard for Harvey Norman. All you need in furniture, bedding, electrical and technology. Here he is, the favourite. Number 1 Storm Boy, Ryan Moore. Flew into Sydney to try and win another Golden Slipper to make it 2 in a row. The trainer, Gay Waterhouse and Adrian Bott.
Well, he's the man. He owns the yard. He's walked in here early days, but beautifully. He's just so calm, cool and collected, cracking colt. Look, he's all the rage. Impressive beating and unbeaten record. And what more can we say about him?
He's an absolute beast, Ronnie. Like, he's just so well put together. He's big, he's strong. I just love his eye. He's really alert. He's having a little bit of a look around, but like you said, he just absolutely owns the enclosure.
Number 2 is Fully Lit. Sam Clipperton, Gay Waterhouse and Adrian Bott.
Yeah, nice draw. Helps a month between the runs last start, but this is obviously by far his hardest race.
He's a nice little horse. He's still got a little bit of furnishing to do, but you couldn't fault his appearance. He's walking out well. Yeah, he looks fresh enough.
Number 3, Shangri-La Express, Regan Bayliss on for Gay Waterhouse and Adrian Bott, the third of their runners.
Yeah, look, he's a really tough colt. He can ride the speed. He probably wants 1400, but this comes an endurance test. I thought the 60 to 1 was a little bit silly.
He's come in the enclosure. He's a little bit the same as stablemate. He's up on the toe. He's really alert. You couldn't fault his appearance. He's quite fresh though.
Rue de Royale, number 4, Chad Schofield, Tony and Calvin McAvoy trying to cap off an amazing 40 minutes after V8 won the rider.
Yeah, blinkers on today. Still a maiden. Wide draws done him no favours here.
He's up on the toe. He's not sweating up or anything, but he is very, very, very fresh.
Godolphin with just the one runner in the blue. Traffic Warden. Craig Williams rides for James Cummings.
Yeah, I didn't think he was without a hope here. I love the fact that he has a dominant 1400 metre win under his belt leading into this race. I think he's the best long shot minding his own business midfield and coming with a burst late.
He's another one. He's a beautiful horse. He always parades great. He's having a little bit of a bounce, but that's not out of the ordinary. Yeah, perfect.
Okay, back to Gay and Adrian. Here's Straight Charge. Tim Clark rides.
Well, he's a sharp colt. We all know that. He's sure to be up there right on top of the speed. Just thought he needed a rest at some stage to hold off the strong types at the finish.
He's paraded great. He's normally a little bit fresher. He's normally up on the toe a little bit more, but he's quite casual. Not falling asleep casual, but he's quite relaxed.
The second favourite. We get to number 7, Switzerland. James McDonald riding for Chris Waller.
Yeah, impossible to knock after a perfect preparation. He got a really good ride last time, but he probably gets another one today, and he's got a lovely will to win.
He's a horse, not that I've ever doubted him. He's not that big, robust type of colt, but he goes about his business. He looks every bit as good as what he did his first ever outing. I just like him. I think he ticks all the boxes.
We'll go to 8 Bodyguard, Mark Zara riding for the Snowdens.
Yeah, he did more than enough in his month between runs in his semi-final. Another one somewhat forgotten.
He's another beautiful colt. He parades really, really well. You couldn't fault his appearance. He's walking out really freely.
Another one for Tony and Calvin is Dublin Down, the winner of the Pago last Saturday. Hugh Bowman rides.
Well, Well, Ernie's spot with an all-the-way win last week, a tougher race here and more work to do, but the timing looks right.
He's a really neat-looking horse. I said that last week when he won. It doesn't look like he's had any condition ripped out of him after his tough win here last week. He still looks terrific.
Next is Coleman. Kieran McAvoy riding for Matt Laurie.
Yeah, nothing wrong with his effort last week. It's just a matter of if that's the right lead-up race.
He's paraded the same here today as what he did last time out. He's a horse that he seems to get up into the bridle as he's parading. Couldn't fault his appearance.
Holmes at court, the Black Opal winner. Tommy Marquand, Peter and Paul Snow.
Yeah, no fluke in the Black Opal win, but a lot more depth here.
He's a really neat-looking horse. He's well put together, great muscle structure, very athletic. I couldn't fault his appearance.
Prost, Adam Hieronymus, Gay Waterhouse and Adrian Bott. This is the last of their colts.
Yeah, he's a good, strong colt. He won't lie down. If he finds the right backs to follow here, he'll run well.
He's walked in. He's another one. Nothing phases him. He's paraded really well. Couldn't see him running bad.
Now to the fillies, 3 of them came through the Blue Diamond, including the winner, Hayasugi. Jamie Carr rides for Clinton McDonald.
Oh, well, she's a little ripper. She is a ripper. She's in great form. She's very good. It's just so hard for these Victorians when they just draw off the track, getting around this first turn at Rosehill, but she's paraded beautifully.
Look at the coat on her, absolutely glowing in the yard, walking out really freely. She's very alert, first time I've ever seen her, but she's a really, really nice horse.
And here is the 6th and last Waterhouse spot runner, the only filly they have, Lady of Camelot, runner-up in the Blue Diamond. Blake Shin jumps on for the first time, although he did ride her in that trial at Hawkesbury.
Yeah, it was a month and a brilliant trial since that courageous run in the Blue Diamond after being attacked in the lead. Got a 2 kilo weight advantage over the boys. She can run time, and she's in there with a great show.
Yeah, she looks super, as she always has since she's paraded. I know she's only had the 3 starts, but looks like she's strengthened up a lot since I've seen her last. I could not fault her.
Lady of Camelot's the only one to have beaten the next one, Manal, the winner of the Jim Crack and the Sweet Embrace, runner-up in the Widden.
Yeah,
Jason Collett, Michael Freedman.
Horror draw. Probably has to take a medicine early, snag back, ride for luck. If she gets that luck, she'll be charging past some tight horses late here.
She looks outstanding in the yard today. She's really glowing. Her coat's so healthy. Another one walking out really freely, and just love her eye.
And finally, an easer, number 16, Damien Lane, looking for back-to-back Group 1s. He won the rider on V8. Peter Moody and Catherine Coleman.
Yep, I think she's got the job ahead from that draw, but she's in good hands. All her runs are good in Melbourne, and she's not an 80 to 1 chance. She'll run better than that.
Yeah, she looks nice enough. She's a horse. Compared to a couple of the others, she's still got a little bit of furnishing to do, but I couldn't fault her.
To be honest, I think we've changed our minds every lap. How many horses have we chosen?
I reckon I've ended up with about half a dozen, but I ended up settling with Switzerland. He won me last time out when he won at Randwick. I just thought it was a terrific win. Hayasaki was good. Lady of Camelot was great. So it's a great race, but yeah, I'm going to settle with Switzerland.
What about Stormboy? Neither of us have even tipped Stormboy, and he looked incredible as we expected. I'm with Bodyguard. I kept coming back to him each lap. He just looked better and better. So I'm with Bodyguard. Corey's with Switzerland, but any of them could win off looks.
I am 1-14, 5 and 7. I'm with Stormboy here. No reason to jump off his back. I thought it was a better parade than last time when he won. Lady of Camelot, I think, is a danger. Traffic Warden, best long shot. And I'll throw in Switzerland. 1-14, 5 and 7.
The 2 unbeaten colts totally dominate the betting on the Tab Golden Slipper. Between the two of them, Stormboy and Switzerland, they make up over 70% of our hold on the race. Quite staggering figures. Stormboy is your favourite. He's a firm today, $2.50 into $2.35. He's a bad result, made even worse by the run of favourites we've had today. It's been a tough day on the trade at Tab headquarters, and this will be a terrible result. Stormboy was to win the Golden Slipper. Switzerland, he was $4.80 into $4.40 this morning. He's just now out to $4.80 with a lot of that late money coming for Stormboy. Lady of Camelot's remained relatively solid today, $6 out to $7, but a ton of money for her earlier in the week after we put up $13.
Get back to the horses, guys.
And Hayasugi being quite well back. The Victorian, $16 into $12 today. She's very popular with the Victorians. Straight Charge, a $15 chance. Firms at odds today for Traffic Warden and Bodyguard, $34 into $23. But as I speak, the boys have got a little bit brave. We're back out to $2.40 Stormboy.
Okay, we'll come back to you shortly, Tim, as we have a look at these horses going across the gap. There's the favourite Stormboy, just out for a stroll, walking from the course proper to the 1,200 metre chute. Alongside him is Dublin Down, and Manal is following both of them. So, Ali, Stormboy should be appearing in front of you in just a moment. He doesn't look like he's turned a hair.
He certainly hasn't, Greg. So I've seen Switzerland and Stormboy, and they both walked up here on the buckle. They were just out, as you said, for a stroll, just making their way up the gap there, and they've both come across in lovely order. You should be seeing Switzerland pop out behind me at the moment. He's always been a really relaxed colt. He's done everything right from day dot. In fact, sometimes you see him behind the barriers and think you'd like him to spark up, but that's just him. Stormboy, on the other hand, completely different parade from what we saw to him last time out. He got a little bit warm behind the barriers. This day is completely different for him. He's come on well. He looks well. He's so nice and relaxed. This is the best parade that I've seen of him, and I've not missed any of his starts thus far on the Gold Coast. He even was a little bit more warm than he is today. He's actually 9 kilos lighter here today than he was on the Gold Coast. So Stormboy walking around here with purpose. He's got so much presence, and he just commands respect when he parades around these other horses. As I said, Switzerland, you can't fault him, but you can never fault him. Fully Lit came over here charging forward into the bridle. Straight Charge, I think, has come on well. He's getting a touch warm down the neck. I've sometimes said that I think this horse could take a lot of improvement, and I think that's exactly what he's done today. Bodyguard, wow, this horse has been a consummate professional from day dot, and a similar story today. Mark's got his feet out of the irons as he walks around with him. He just really takes a look at everything, but he's so nice and relaxed. Shangri-La Express, I've seen him get warm before, but he's particularly warm today, and you should be getting a good shot of him at the moment down the neck. So I'm not too concerned, because he can do this and he's not doing anything wrong, but you will see that we don't have a lot of heat behind here anymore. Stormboy, I will say, is just pretty keen to get on with things. He's walking forward into the bridle. Manal is doing what she always does, very relaxed. Hayasugi, I'm so taken by this filly. She's wonderful, and she's well out here too.
Only 2 unbeaten 2-year-olds in this field, Stormboy and Switzerland. At some stage during their career, the rest of them have met their match. Stormboy 4 out of 4, Switzerland 3 out of 3. What price is Stormboy now, Tim?
Yeah, we still sit there as a $2.40 chance, so we're matching the NOP there. Stormboy $2.40, Switzerland remains $4.80, Lady at Camelot $7. We are seeing continued further support for the Victorian filly though, Hayasugi. She's now into $10. She's been a really good go today, $16 into $10 today. She's very, very popular with the Victorians. Switzerland actually just now out a roll to $5. So $2.40 Stormboy, $5 Switzerland.
Ronnie, this seems hard to predict. Who is going to take up the running? Where are these two favourites going to be? Who's going to be the fastest of the 2-year-olds to be up on the speed?
Well, I think the general consensus is Straight Charge, because those horses will kick up underneath him round the first turn, and then I think they hand up. Maybe they hand up to Straight Charge, or does the big moment get to them? But it looks like the Waterhouse Charge, other than that, Dublin Down did lead last week, but sometimes you expect the unexpected, and they may just form a pack up front and get their rest, which will make it tough for the other horses. One thing I will say, Stormboy, we were worried about him getting hemmed away on the fence. I think they're just leaving the fence a little here today, so I think it's ideal for him. I don't think he's going to be jammed in on the fence, because I think they'll fan here for sure.
Ryan Moore, the winner of 188 career Group 1s, flew in last year to partner Shinzo. He did that for Coolmore, but he rode for Chris Waller. Well, he's back for Coolmore. This time he's riding for Gay Waterhouse and Adrian Bott. And he's ridden for Gay Waterhouse twice before. He rode Bentley Biscuit in a July Cup overseas, and also Harlem River in a Crockett Stakes. But he hasn't had a lot of experience with Gay Waterhouse. This army of Waterhouse Bott runners have been dominating the 2-year-old scene. And and they end up with 6. They missed out on 7 with Espionage being made the first emergency. Now, how's he holding together Storm Boy, Ali, behind the gates?
He's definitely getting warmer, Greg. This is a very big environment. That chopper overhead we can hear, and I think it's making a few of them get up on the toe. I don't think in terms of his demeanour he's doing anything wrong, but you can see that sweat's starting to appear down his neck, which doesn't concern me necessarily because he hasn't done anything to suggest that he hasn't come over here in good order. Coleman's another one who's getting really warm, and Lady of Camelot's just been kept out the back. She's staying away from them all on her own, hasn't moved a hair.
Shani, he was doing that at the track gallop the other day at the midweeks.
He did. He got quite warm, which is unusual for him, especially in the yard, because he's got this beautiful, sensible demeanour like Ali has touched on. But I guess the longer they're behind the gates, the more he'll sweat up. But we'll see if that means anything.
One last chance for any late changes here, Tim Ryan, in the $5 million Tab Golden Slipper.
Now we remain a $2.40 chance here about Storm Boys. Plenty of money for him. Switzerland $5, Lady of Camelot $7. Hayasugi, that support continues at $10. And Bodyguard, another roll in for him. $34 into $21 today. Bodyguard, best backed at longer odds.
12 colts against 4 fillies. And there is Fully Lit. Sam Clipperton just wiping some sweat down from the neck of that horse. But they all seem to be sweating in various degrees. McDonald's about to throw away the towel and walk up into the gates. By no means is he throwing in the towel. There's Switzerland, the second favourite in the Coolmore colours. Switzerland is by Schnitzel, who stands at Arrowfield. But where's the Coolmore colours? Storm Boy's in there. Look at Ryan Moore waiting for the last of them to move in. So here's Darren Flindell for the $5 million Tab Golden Slipper, the world's richest race for 2-year-olds.
2024 edition, the Tab Golden Slipper. Manal moves in. The hot favourite Storm Boy is drawn barrier 2. Ready to go. Set. Racing. Storm Boy was second last out of the gates. Now third last. Straight charge. Hit the gates running. Handlebars down. Shangri-La Express. Lady of Camelot there. Dublin Downs rushing forward out deep on the outside of Holmes a quarter. And now Storm Boy's recovering about 6th and 7th behind them. Further back to Coleman. Traffic Warden the rails. Switzerland's next. 2 further back to Bodyguard. Then Prost on the rails. A length and a half to Anisa. Further back Ruta Real from Manala. And Hayasugi's last of all. So Shangri-La Express went up inside. Straight charge to lead. Shangri-La Express, a nectar straight charge. Dublin down 3 wide third, followed by Fully Lit. Lady of Camelot. Now Storm Boy is cluttered up behind runners. On the outside, Holmes a court, Traffic Warden, and Switzerland in the middle of the ruck. Into the straight, Shangri-La Express just in front of straight charge. Going up the inside, Fully Lit and Storm Boy. Lady of Camelot behind them, 3 lengths away to Switzerland. And wide out, Coleman running on. Storm Boy's got the run on the inside. Coleman wide out with Lady of Camelot. It's Coleman, Lady of Camelot. Coleman ahead in front to Lady of Camelot. Coleman, Lady of Camelot. The lady dives and Lady of Camelot got up. Lady of Camelot, a spectacular win in the Golden Slipper. Beat Coleman. And third Storm Boy in front of Traffic Warden. Further back then to Manal making good headway. From Prost, straight charge, Switzerland. Dublin down, Shangri-La Express, Anisa, Bodyguard, Holmes Accord, Ruta Real and Hayasugi.
It's a filly slipper. Lady of Camelot gives Gay Waterhouse her 8th Golden Slipper. She extends her record. And Adrian Bott, that man, gets his second. Farnan and Lady of Camelot, a colt and a filly for him, but 8 overall for the First Lady of Australian racing. Blake Shin gets his second Golden Slipper. Lady of Camelot has beaten Coleman, who was under a cloud during the week. He was being tested by the vets as to taking his place into the field, and there's Storm Boy back in 3rd spot. Traffic Warden will finish 4th. Manal, straight charge, Anisa, then Switzerland. Then we get back to Holmes Accord, then Fully Lit, Dublin down, Ruta Royale, then it was Prost. It's a filly slipper. Lady of Camelot is first, Blake Shin, Gay Waterhouse and Adrian Bott.
Yeah, terrific filly. She took a narrow split in the straight. Blake Shin, he won on Capitalist a good few years ago now, but he's right. He's never ridden in better form. Confident young jockey, gets the job done. Nearly a big upset with Coleman, finding that good early form that he showed, and he just missed the start. Stormboy, chase. You still thought he was there to win at the 200, but take nothing. And Traffic Warden was very good through the line there, but take nothing away. The best horse wins on the day.
Oh, it was a terrific ride, and the riding was on the wall, Ronnie, after that trial out there at Hawkesbury. She was absolutely electric through the line. It set up really well. She obviously drew soft. She was going to get the right run, but it took another great ride by Blake Shin. As you said, he's in probably career's best form. He's riding terrific. Job well done, mate.
What time have they run in this year's slipper? They've run 1:9.76. They've run home in 34.66. The numbers are up on the board. 14, 10, 1 and 5. Ahead by 1.5 the official margins. And Lady of Camelot about to come back to a very appreciative crowd. Blake Shinny rode Capitalist to victory. Now he's got a filly to add to it. Lady of Camelot. And today marks that jockey's 27th career victory. Gay Waterhouse goes to 160 Group 1 wins in her career. Adrian Bott to 26. But that Golden Slipper record, it just keeps getting bigger and bigger. 8 for Gay, 2 with Adrian Bott. Lady of Camelot about to come back to scale.
Wow, fantastic scenes there at Rosehill, Maxie, after the Golden Slipper.